pre-parental panic. He's like, I missed it. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to the Priest generation of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. I aged up some Sims, like I've been doing pretty much between every part. We've had a few people pass on in the family. I loaded Gerard's house because Martha was quite old and I thought it's her time. And as soon as the house loaded, Christina passed away. Like, the Sims were all still standing out the front. They hadn't moved. It was literally the first thing that happened. Martha has also passed. Genevieve has as well. It's a sad time. Poor Jacob is very sad. He was actually in the neighborhood. Like, when I loaded up Gerard's house, he was there. So he witnessed the death of his mother and the death of his distant aunt, a cousin. I think they were actually cousins. Look at her. She is huge. She's got a really big belly. Mira is actually home today. She's off work, which is good because I think Anaya's going to have her baby sometime today. Jacob is at work. I was hoping he'd get promoted today because he's actually pretty close. But because of the sad moodlet, I don't think he's going to gain any performance, no matter how hard he tries. Oh, Penelope's just shown up. I guess I'll get her to come down. Mira, this is your sister. I know you're sad, but don't just walk right past her. So Penelope's heard about Christina's death and she's coming to offer her condolences. So Penelope is talking about how, you know, it's really sad that Christina died, but maybe now the roadblock between the union of the two houses has gone away. And Mira's like, what are you talking about? And Penelope's saying, don't you know, Merle, you know, my brother, your brother Merle, he was interested in courting Olive. And your mother, Christina, was saying no. So now that she's dead, maybe Gerard will be okay with that. Of course, Gerard has literally just walked in. So that is the most hilarious bit of timing. So I guess Mira is going to say to Gerard, because he walked in at that exact moment, we're going to say, is it true? And he's like, is what true? You know, oh my God. Okay, she would forget everything. I mean, we're talking medieval times and she just pulled her clothes off. Where is it? Outfits. Ask to see. Is it warm? It is warm. Let's say hot weather. She's going to bring shame to our entire family. Okay, she actually has put her clothes back on. I'm very confused. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to still yell at her. I think that is appropriate. Oh, she just did it again. Putting an umbrella up after you come out to shower in the rain? It seems a little counterintuitive. Okay, so I've gotten her dressed again. She doesn't want to yell at her. I've cued it like multiple times and she's not doing it. So instead, what I might do is ask if she's okay. Why did you know that's not appropriate? And Penelope's like, I like the feel of the rain on my skin. Mira's like, well, that is the thing that you should only do somewhere private where no one can see you. And Penelope's like sighing and saying, yeah, okay, whatever. Mira was shocked at the idea that Christina was blocking Merle from getting betrothed to Olive because obviously it's a good match on paper because he's the same rank as Gerard, even though Gerard is a senior knight. But then she's just seen this and she's like, is that the reason why? Did she not want Penelope to be Olive's sister? I mean, sister-in-law is how we define it, but I think it was a bit more like, you know, she's your sister once they get married. So let's ask about Cherish and Merle. We'll just ask about all of them. And she's trying to Cherish is obviously the main one I'm interested in. I'm springing this on him. His wife's just died like the day before. Okay, he likes Merle. He's like, it's not that I'm opposed to Olive marrying Merle. Your mother thought Merle was a upstanding enough fellow as well. You haven't met Cherish. That's not true. He had a massive negative relationship with Cherish. The game's just forgotten. Maybe he's being evasive. He's like acting like, oh, I haven't seen Cherish in a long time. You know, not wanting to speak ill of her mother to her. Perhaps we can talk about this another time. You know, I'm not really feeling up for it right now. And she's like, okay. She understands that. And she's gone to cry in her bed. I don't know where Penelope went. Oh my God, she's showering naked. To be fair, except for the fact Anaya just walked past, she did what she was told. Yeah, all right. Gerard's sneaking away. Penelope's leaving. That's good. Because Mira has a very, like, scientific mind, and she's, like, worked in medicine, in inverted commas, for the time, I think she'd be, like, thinking there's something medical going on with Penelope, like an imbalance in the humors, that kind of thing. I'm going to say join cooking, but I think that she's going to be like, I just saw your sister showering naked in our yard. She's just telling her, and she's like, I think there's something wrong with her. I don't know what medically could be done to help her, but there's definitely something. Everyone is just so sad. My poor Sims. I've had a week to get used to the idea because Christina actually died a week ago, like when I recorded the last part, because I record these once a week. So I've had a week to get used to the idea, but I was shaken by it. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Because they all have sentiments to each other. They've all got the shared sadness. That's so cute. They're all sad because the other one's sad, but then also sad in their own right, which is making each other sad. So as far as where we're at with the things I'm working on, Mira has her level 8s in 4 out of 6. She wants gourmet cooking and research and debate. And Jacob needs to get, he's level 6 in his career. He needs more friends. Some of them, I think because I killed some Sims, it's actually gone down. It was 14, which is a little bit unfortunate. I need to have him actually work on some Sims, like have them come over. Maybe, I don't know, could he do like private sermons? That's a thing, right? Priests will provide private counsel. All right, I'm going to get her to go to bed because I don't know when she's going to go into labor. I think Mira's like chasing her away. I think I want Mira to have a chat to Jacob. She's going to tell him what Penelope said and the situation with Penelope. My sister came past and he's like, Olive or Eleanor? And she's like, no, Penelope, my biological sister. Probably not biological. I don't know what the word would be in medieval times, but her biological sister. And she's explaining Penelope kept taking her clothes off to shower in the rain. He's suggesting, I mean, as a religious person, he'd leap to the thought of possession, something like that. She's been influenced by the Fae to behave in a strange and unusual manner. I feel like that's an assumption he would probably make. He's encountered the Fae. They've been into the church a couple of times and he's like suspicious of them. Now, it's actually possible that that's true. She's also then saying, look, she also mentioned that Merle wants to court Olive and that Christina had been saying no. Have you heard anything? And Jacob's like, no, I haven't. I'm not aware of what the reason could be. I mean, it seems like a good family. They're knights and Eleanor married a knight, so it's not that. But what I'm going to do, stop talking. I'm going to send both of these Sims to bed because I fully expect at some point Anaya is going to go into labor and obviously Mira needs to help with that. I'm actually going to have her, I'm going to have her take a day off. She knows Anaya is going to go into labor soon and she is the midwife in question for Anaya. So I'm going to have her just make sure she's at home. And that didn't take long. It's like 3 hours later. Anaya has woken up in agony. I'm going to get her to go to the bathroom. She's still trying to join cooking with Mira. I think I need to reset her, but I'll let her pee first. Oh, that toilet is filthy. What happened in here? She's going to come in here and wake Mira because Mira's her go-to. Now, I did actually put a few things in here for the baby. So just a change table, a few toddler toys, just because the room looked a bit bare, and I put in a rug to keep the room a bit warmer because, it is fall, winter's coming. We don't want the baby to catch a chill. She's like, I think the baby's coming. I feel this awful cramping. And Mira's like, and is it coming at intervals? And then I am saying yes. However many minutes apart. Probably not super close together yet because I'm not going to make her go early. So she's got 2 hours, which in the course of a Sim's lifetime is an eternity. Can you check? And maybe then she's going to have a contraction and Amira's like feeling the muscle contraction. Whatever it is medieval midwives did, frankly, they probably just plopped you in a bed and boiled some water and I don't know. But Mira, I like to imagine, is a little bit more scientific about it. Oh, you're hungry. I mean, you can have something small, I guess. Mira will say to her, look, if you want to eat, you can, but don't put too much in your stomach because you may vomit. And I'm sorry, Mira, but I'm going to get you to clean that and then use it. Now, they're not going to wake Jacob. Just because this is women's business. He may wake up on his own. He's actually fully rested, but baby birthing is women's business. I don't think Mira would be like, let him sleep. He can't help. The thing is, Anaya would probably think Jacob could pray, but I don't actually think Mira is a follower of the Watcher, and I've done that sort of semi-deliberately. She'd be probably, in modern terms, she'd be agnostic. You know, obviously something created the world, but until I see proof of this Watcher, why would I believe that they existed? She's like rocking and thinking about, you know, she's so excited to give her husband a baby and all this kind of thing. She's listening to the music and basically trying to breathe through it, which will be what Mira is telling her to do. Oh, you are about to have a baby, my dear. Come in here. No. Stop washing that up. No. Go. You need to be in here. You're providing moral support. You're holding her hands. It's important that you stay. It's a boy! This is going to be our next gen sim. Now, thank you so much for the name suggestions. Hell of Ditties suggested Gabe. I'm actually thinking Gabriel rather than Gabe, like the longer version, because Lord Gabriel will fit when he's a lord. He isn't a lord yet, so he just gets to be Gabriel. But also, it's obviously a religious name in the context of sort of, I think it's an Old Testament name. And I like the idea that they'd give him a religious name, and because the worship of the Watcher, I don't know what names are associated with that. I can tell you what names are associated with me as the Watcher in this case, but I'm not naming this sim my son's name or anything, because that would be weird. Confession, I did peek to see what she was pregnant with, so I did know she was having 2 boys, but I didn't change anything, so that's fun. Kiko Arukara, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, suggested the name Cedric. Actually, also suggested the name Bartholomew, which I adore, but I did not think would fit with... I suppose I could call him Bartholomew, because this won't be our Lord. Gabriel will be our Lord. I could call him Bartholomew, couldn't I? Bartholomew Whitlock sounds very posh. I knew a Bartholomew a long time ago, but he always went by Bart. I don't know if Mira would have been able to tell, or if this is all a bit of a surprise. Now, once she's finished, I did actually put a second bassinet in, but I hid it because I wanted them to have the same kind of bassinet. I wanted the fancy Realm of Magic noble looking one, because I figured, you know, Anaya is from a noble family, and I suspect, you know, she's got standards and stuff. All right, so this should be, I imagine, little Gabriel, but maybe not. And sorry, Bart, let me just whisk you up here from the basement. Twins, you guys. Obviously runs in the family. Can I get you to, no, breastfeed. Mira, stop crying. Come in here. I was going to wake him up, but he's woken up on his own. You're getting in the way, my dude. He's like, oh my gosh, sons. And she's like, we had 2. He would be over the moon. Pre-parental panic. He's like, I missed it. I'm not going to have him bottle feed the baby as much as is possible. I kind of want to keep it a little bit realistic, which does mean poor Anaya has to do both. I guess they'd be penning letters to, like, the fam, you know, Judith and co. Maybe take a bath. I think she deserves it. With soaks even. Take a bath with soaks. Maybe have a lavender foam soak. That would be something Mira would prescribe. Oh, actually, we've got a 1 onesie. Unfortunately, we don't have 2 onesies. I've only got 1. This onesie has been passed down through the family line since Olive's generation. Oh, you're sick? Well, I don't want you near the babies then. Why are you sick? He's like, I'm fine. I'm just feeling a bit overwhelmed by the birth of my children. I actually think what I want him to do, I'm going to send him down here. He's actually going to write to Lady Judith and Lord, I've blanked on his name, to basically say she's had 2 boys. Mira, can I get you to... I'm actually going to invite Olive over. Now, Mira and Olive actually don't kind of get on that well. Like, they get on okay, but they're not friends. And I think it's probably because Olive was younger and didn't have the same interests. Like, she's very focused on being her mother's daughter and learning to knit and learning the piano and all that kind of stuff. Let's try and cheer her up. She's saying that she's heard that maybe there's somebody on the horizon for Olive, and she's like fishing a little bit, like, is it true? Now I'm gonna actually ask about Mel and we'll see what she says. So she's trying to figure out if Olive's actually interested in Mel. Like, was Christina blocking that relationship because of something that Olive had said? Like, Olive's like, oh no, I don't like him, Mum, don't let that happen. But that tells you Olive was a willing recipient. She's like, I'm hoping that we can be betrothed. So Mira is saying, look, from my point of view, it would be wonderful if you and Mel married. You know, we were raised as sisters, but if you were to marry my brother, then that would make us actual sisters. And Olive's saying, I know, and I don't understand why Mum was trying to stop it. She was willing to take you into our home, so it can't be that she thinks that Mel is from such a bad family. And Mira's like, well, have you asked Gerard? And Olive's like, well, he always said that he wasn't going to argue with Mum about this, and I don't understand what the issue is. I don't know if he would say yes now, and I don't want to view me marrying Mel as an upside of Mum dying because I'm devastated that Mum died, but I don't know. And Mira's thinking, well, I don't understand it either. She wants to get to the bottom of it. I don't know exactly how she's actually going to achieve that, because I don't think Gerard is going to badmouth Cherish to Mira. He's too classy for that. He would never do that. I think Cherish would be willing to say to Mira, your mother hated me, but then probably wouldn't be particularly willing to go into why. So maybe she would also try and keep her mouth shut. I feel like it's going to be a mystery to the kids, and I can't see a way that they're ever going to actually get told. I think Mira might assume it's more to do with Penelope, because if Penelope is Fae touched, which I think might be a good way of them describing it, Mel would end up with Penelope as part of his household, because they're not going to be able to marry her off. That would mean Olive would end up responsible for Penelope as her sister. I could see these guys thinking that's the reason without being told, you know, by the way, Cherish was evil and Gerard Christina just was like, you know, she got blackmailed by Cherish and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it worked out because they ended up loving Mira, and Mira grew up to be a good person, but they got forced to take her, and there was just a massive grudge there. Well, I might wrap this part up here. Obviously, twins, that's a thing that's happened. We've got little Gabriel, who will be the future Lord. Jacob is writing to Lucas, that's it. And I actually think Lucas, because he's currently without child, I think he's going to name Gabriel as his heir, like pretty much straight away, with noting that there'd be an understanding that if Lucas then has kids, the situation will change. That doesn't mean that Lucas would be taken, or that Gabriel would be taken away. Obviously, he'll still be raised by these Sims, also because there are things I need to do with him before he becomes the Lord. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Olive, don't be talking about woohoo. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.